What's cooking, guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video we're making these super easy fudgy chocolatey brownies. One of you asked me to make these, so here is my quick recipe. All you need is one bowl and a whisk and just a handful of ingredients to make them. So stay tuned for the recipe, subscribe to my channel to join our foodie family, and now let's get baking. So let's start with preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, I'm going to grease my 9-inch round baking dish here because I don't have a brownie pan, but typically you'd want to use an 8-inch square baking pan if you have that. If not, then a dish like this works fine. And I'm just spraying some oil on here just to grease the baking dish. So I'll be using half a cup or 1 stick of unsalted butter here, and I melted it in the microwave till it was fully melted and it's hot to the touch. And then to the melted butter add 1 tablespoon of oil, and I'm using olive oil here, but you can also use canola oil or vegetable oil. And then I'm going to add 3/4 cups to 1 cup of granulated sugar. I added 3/4 cups to not make the brownies too sweet, but you can adjust the sugar levels between 3/4 cups and 1 cup. And then mix this up for like a good minute to dissolve the sugar in the hot melted butter. And as you whisk this, you'll notice it getting a little thick, which is fine. Just keep whisking till it's all incorporated. And now I'm going to add vanilla essence to this, and I added 2 teaspoons of it. It gives it a slight warm vanilla flavor. And then to this, I'm going to add 2 eggs that I have at room temperature, and always break each egg one by one in a separate bowl like I'm showing here. In case the egg is defected or something is not right with it, you don't want to mess up your whole batter. And then whisk this up again with the butter and sugar mix to incorporate all your wet ingredients. Now for the dry ingredients, I'm going to use half a cup of all-purpose flour here, which I'm going to sift through a sifter, which will help get rid of any lumps in the flour. And for the cocoa powder, I'm using Hershey's unsweetened cocoa powder, but in my opinion, the Ghirardelli or Ghirardelli brand has a richer chocolate taste, and I added half a cup of this also. Sift the cocoa powder and the flour together through the sifter, and if you have any lumps left, you can just get rid of those. Then I'm adding about a pinch or 1/4 teaspoon of salt to offset the sweetness with just a hint of salt. And let's mix the dry and wet ingredients together till they are all combined. My kitchen was already smelling so buttery and chocolatey, and it smelled like heaven to me. As I have mentioned in my chocolate almond cake video, chocolate is one of my favorite things in the world. I think most of us women around the world are chocolate fans. And I'd love if you guys can tell me in the comments below if you're a chocolate brownie person or a chocolate cake person. I personally like chocolate cake better because it's a little more moist and airy rather than fudgy and dense like brownies, but let me know your favorites below. The batter will be on the thicker side, and it should more or less look like this, and it already looks so decadent. And now let's put the prepared batter in the baking dish. I really wish I had a brownie pan right now, but I usually don't make brownie as much as I make cupcakes or cake, so that's why I never got to buy a brownie pan. But if you guys have a brownie pan or an 8-inch baking pan, you should definitely use that instead. I'm going to top the batter with these sliced almonds, but you can also use chopped walnuts and some chocolate chips on top to add some extra flavors to these already rich brownies. And then put this in the preheated oven for 20 to 25 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. And then let it cool on the stove or a wire rack for like 10 minutes. And after cooling down for a bit, I'm going to cut these brownies into square pieces, even though I baked them in a round baking dish. You want to equally portion them out as you would for brownies, and keep some on the side for yourself to taste them before everyone else does. And just for presentation purposes, I'm adding some powdered sugar on top to make them look pretty, but it's totally optional. And here are my quick and easy fudge brownies. For those of you who want a recipe for homemade brownies, this recipe is for you. With just a handful of ingredients and without a hand or stand mixer, we made these rich, decadent brownies today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out here on YouTube, guys. I appreciate you all for watching and for your continued support. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Until then, take care of yourselves.